here with That's Where She Grows. I'm back with Jimmy's channel and I wanted to go over biggest planting mistakes. So not necessarily my biggest planting mistake in this particular instance. When I first moved to this store downtown and I just had a couple of these little humidifiers, it wasn't enough for the Alocasia cuprea. I brought one of the cupreas out and the humidity was probably in the 40%, and within 2 days that leaf just dried right up. Leaf dried right up. So yeah, I did actually have a bit of a incident actually with the cuprea. I mean, it's fine. It pushed out a new leaf. That one's just in the back recovering. The new leaf looks absolutely stunning, but you want them to have as many leaves as possible, right? Alocasias. A lot of people think that alocasias normally will just produce like 1 or 2 leaves, and then that's kind of what they do. Like people will say, oh, when one alocasia leaf falls off, it'll produce a new one, and then that's just how they grow. But that's not really necessarily just how they grow. Like in some circumstances, yes, the old leaves do fall off, but you can definitely get alocasias with like multiple growth. Like this one has 3 and a 4th leaf coming on through. This is the oldest leaf. As you can see, he has lost his luster, right? He's still got his shine. Of course, stunning, still has its shine. New leaf will be shiny as well. Absolutely stunning. This is an Alocasia cuprea as an example. One of the more difficult plants to take care of, but let's not get into that. So with alocasias, I feel like a lot of people don't really give them the care that they need. Yes, they can survive in some subpar environments. You want to give them the best chance possible. So I highly recommend upping your humidity depending on the alocasia. They can be very the alocasia care can be very different from alocasia to alocasia. The cuprea here needs a minimum of 80% humidity. I don't have that in my store. My store's humidity is usually about 65%. So I have a humidifier that bumps the humidity up just specifically around this plant. It sits there. It has a micro environment. It likes it. Clearly it likes it. It's doing great. So that's a good way to bump up the humidity for this specific plant. A lot of people don't provide enough humidity as well as not enough light. They'll put their alocasias in kind of a darker corner. I have some Alocasia fridex here. They don't need, I would say, like quite as much light necessarily as a cuprea. I have these just under 35 watt LED lights. It's nothing crazy and it loves it. So if you want to keep your alocasias happy, definitely get supplemental light for it, as well as I don't let the plant dry out completely. I'll water it when it's 75% dry, and then I'll give it a very thorough soaking. So once a week, I would say I soak the medium completely. I just have to take a second to appreciate that. It's not, ooh, hello. My favorite thing about alocasias, they dance. Like, she's dancing. Sorry, I have like the worst like ADHD. Self-diagnosed. Hey, look, a squirrel. There's people watching me film too. That's cool. So anyways, yeah, give it a little bit more light. I say bright indirect light is perfect. Bump up the humidity, a minimum of 50% humidity for your average alocasias. As I said, mine's about 60% here. They love it. Don't let them completely dry out. Water when 75% dry. And then medium indirect light. It's all about the alocasia, baby. The Alocasia Black Velvet here can tolerate a little bit lower humidity as the leaves are a little bit thicker, kind of velvety on the top, and then the bottom is almost like a rubbery. So it is like a little bit more succulent than some of the Alocasia leaves, if that makes sense. Also the silver dragons, all the dragon ones are a bit thicker, so they can handle the like 50% humidity. aside like the cuprea can't. The cuprea needs like 80% plus. So that's another beautiful one, very popular here. So if you don't have the high humidity requirements, then one of these will be a little bit better for you. So the alocasia care is probably one of the biggest planting mistakes that I see in the planting community, is not having enough humidity for your alocasias, bumping up the light to a medium indirect light, and don't let them completely dry out. They won't appreciate you for that. Water them when they're about 75% dry, and then give them a good water. So I also have lots of alocasias available. As usual, links to my page will be down in the description. I thank you all for taking the time to watch my little clip here. Thanks, guys. That's how she goes.